All right, this message is not for everyone, so move along if it is not for you. You are royalty, okay? So, like, why are you settling for that job? Why are you settling for anything? But I thought because it's a Sunday, and a lot of people are going to be telling themselves that they have to go into that job that they hate tomorrow, I thought it would be helpful to specifically talk about that in the title. So I might have to change it because I don't know, this thing has been being weird lately. So anywho, you are royalty, okay? You don't have to settle for that job. That's for non-royalty, all right? And if you don't think you're royal, if you're just, convinced of your commonness, of your like non-regalness, of your, yeah, this might not be for you. But if you claim your royalty, yeah, you don't have to settle for anything. Certainly not bad treatment. And a lot of us are taught to just settle for bad treatment as long as it means we will get a job, right? Okay, wait 1 second. Let me just check to make sure this thing is recording. Also, hi, how are you guys doing? My name is Sheba. And if this is your first time seeing me, hey, this is my channel, See Like Sheba. I've just been giving you some great messages from the divine, and getting increasingly better at not censoring myself and, judging the message that wants to come through. Okay. So this is the one that's wanted to come through for weeks now. You are royalty. So why are you settling for that job? What does a royal need with a job? You guys remember the movie, the classic, iconic Eddie Murphy film, Coming to America? Eddie Murphy is this prince and of this African country, and he wants to come to America to find his queen, and he wants to find someone who doesn't know who he is, so that they can really get to like him for him, his humanness, rather than for his title, right? But when he's there and they don't realize that he is royalty, they treat him poorly. They make fun of him because of his accent. They assume he's stupid. They assume he's poor. And he takes it for some reason. I think it's not a good use of his power, but yeah, by the end, when he gets his goal, his true purpose there was not because he wanted to get work ethic. It was because he wanted to find this woman, his queen. And so when he does that, he doesn't continue working at McDowell's. He doesn't continue working the job where they mistreat him and they yell at him and they look down on him. He recognizes okay, great, the jig is up. Now I can step into my royalty. I can step into who I am and I can get the F up out of here, all right? And once everyone realizes their royalty, they start acting different, right? And it's so funny too, because do you remember there was Eddie Murphy and then Arsenio Hall was his servant slash right-hand man kind of. And so technically Arsenio Hall in the movie wasn't even royal, but he did grow up around royalty. So he was used to a certain standard of treatment. And he was when he was the one who was acting correctly when he was there. He was why on earth would we not live well? We have the money. Why are we living in this dangerous, dirty apartment and stuff? Why are we doing all this stuff? And he keeps writing back to his, the royal family to be hey, we need more money. And eventually they were why do you need so much money? And they were he was the prince has gone crazy. He's forgotten that he's royalty. And now he's doing this crazy pauper drag. And he's way too committed to the bit. And he needs to just stop lying and be himself. It's tough. We're taught, whether we're too poor or too rich, that no one will ever accept us for who we are. It's not true, babe. It's not true. Okay. Also, a thing that I saw today from one of the people I listened to on YouTube, Tina Wong, she's great. She's talking about how you never had to settle. You only did it because you didn't believe that you deserved better. So that's why you got to anchor in your unwavering sense of self-worth and self-love and self-value. Because remember, the universe doesn't give you what you want. It mirrors back to you what you deeply believe you deserve. The universe does not give you what you want. It mirrors back to you what you think you deserve, what you deeply down think you deserve. And so I think Eddie Murphy in this movie didn't believe that anyone would truly love him for him. So the universe mirrored back to him people who don't see him, who are like, I don't even know who you are. Is that your name? You've created this whole backstory of who you are. Who are you? And he could have just been like, I'm royal. This is who I am. I was thinking about like, but anyway, once his identity is revealed, he accepts his identity. He's not like, oh, well, I still got to go to work. I told them I would, work still. What? The Queen of England back in like, I want to say World War II or something. She was like 18. She was still the Queen of England, but she was 18. And so she joined the army and she like drove an ambulance. Now, can you imagine Queen of England is there? Everyone like knows what she looks like. And do you imagine there's like a drill sergeant who's like, hey, what's her last name? Windsor or something? I don't even know. Like, can you imagine this drill sergeant yelling at her and being like, get in line, go do this, ordering her around? Or do you think they realize like, okay, I know she's playing soldier right now, playing ambulance driver, playing commoner, but she's a queen. So I'm not going to just talk to her any type of way. He knows who she is. And if the queen wanted to be like, I don't want to go drive the ambulance today, actually, I just want to have tea, they would just have to deal with that, right? They probably wouldn't even like punish her or discharge her from the army. They would just be like, you're right. You go take a rest. Do your thing. And it would be crazy if she was like really committed to the bit of working as a commoner, pretending she wasn't royal. For what? To try to convince everyone that she's just like everyone else? She's not. But I'm sure she was trying to convince everyone, hey, you should all join the military. Anyway, okay. So I was also thinking today, me and Billy did our podcast, Hot Mic, and on it, Karine Jean-Pierre. Oh my God, are people confused in the comments? Hey, I'm an attorney and I'm really smart and I'm brilliant. So if you don't understand, this message probably isn't for you. So you should get out. Go. Okay. Are they gone? All right. Anyway, we were talking about on our podcast today, Karine Jean-Pierre, who was the Black queer woman who was the White House press secretary for Biden the Butcher. And she was the one who was, as everyone was like, hey, Israel is committing this horrific genocide and Biden is backing them, sending them record amounts of money. What are you guys going to do? Why are you doing this? Please stop. Don't do this. How is this okay? And she was just the mouthpiece and she would lie and say whatever she needed to make sure the Israelis and Biden could continue committing genocide. Okay. Now that Biden is no longer president and she's out of a job, people are asking her, do you regret doing that? And she's like, no, I don't regret it. I was proud to do my job. And like, that's actually not our role, to be good little employees, right? You're not just supposed to do something you know is wrong because it's your job. Doesn't matter if you're royalty or not. And so, in the same way, what do you call it? Like at the Nuremberg trials, saying, I was just following orders. I was just doing my job. That didn't work then for white men. It's not going to work now for women or Black people. So, try something different. Because actually what you're supposed to do is to recognize you can do so much better than this job. that is trying to get you to do something you don't want to do. Go against your morals, do something bad, do something harmful. And yeah, you got to know that you can do so much better than that job. Otherwise, the universe is just going to keep reflecting back to you this job. And you're going to keep saying, oh, I can't do any better. And the universe is just like, okay, if that's what you believe, I'm going to keep giving you this. So you got to decide when you've gotten what you wanted from this experience. And then you have to decide when it's gotten too bad, when enough is enough. When the value that this job is giving you outweighs the harm it's causing to you and others. Okay? You got to decide when it's time to go. All right? You're royalty. You are in charge. You are sovereign. You decide when it's time to go. And anyone who's trying to convince themselves, no, I got this and I got that, you are deciding that it's not time to go. It's not bad enough. Okay? And it sucks because like us commoners, we're also taught to have a very high tolerance for bad treatment. We're taught to settle for literally whatever we can get. Have no rights, have no voice, sign it all away, just, so you can get this like crappy job. All right. But when you're an authority, when you're the top guy, when you're royalty, your real job is to create your legacy, right? Your lasting impact. And it's to receive royal treatment. So in Coming to America, or in, Queen Elizabeth, or any of these like wealthy dynasties, oligarchs, families, these Nepo, families, they recognize their real job is to create their legacy and to receive royal treatment. So in Coming to America, what he was doing was like finding his legacy. He was like, oh, I'm just like this like boy kept in this palace. I want to like go and like explore the world and really find my queen and stuff. And so that's what he did. And while he was in America, there were some people who recognized him as royalty from Africa. And they were like, oh my gosh, hello, thank you. And they like worshipped him. And they were like bowing to him and just being like, oh. And he recognized that they wanted him to recognize that they were like adoring him, that they were like admiring him. They would have hated if he was like, no, I'm not who you think I am. No, please go away. I think he like gave them money or something to like go away or something. He's like, yes, I'm the king. Go away. Because his actual job is to create his legacy and to receive royal treatment. So all those people who were like, the flower girls to put flower petals, like the people to bathe him, his like right-hand man, Arsenio Hall, like they're here to provide royal treatment to the prince, and he is there to receive it. And so once the prince started getting outside of his role and being like, no, now I'm gonna, be this McDowell's employee. I'm gonna work at a fast food restaurant. It threw off the whole thing. His right-hand man didn't really know what to do. And, everything was just like, not it. Anyway, is it worth it? Is the job you're forcing yourself to go to worth it for your health, for your soul, for your destiny? What if you knew your current job was blocking your blessings? Would you still be settling for that job? Would you still be coming up with all the reasons why you have to settle for the job? Or would you recognize like, oh, I don't care what the reasons were. I've achieved my purpose with this job and now it's blocking my blessings. So I got to let it go and receive my divine royal inheritance. I got to let this job go and live my actual purpose, my actual royal purpose of creating my legacy and receiving royal treatment, letting people pour into me. So that's what I've been doing recently, and it's just so amazing. So yeah, that's about all I wanted to say. I want to get off and I want to make some dinner. And then I would love to get on again today, but I'm not gonna like pressure myself. But yeah, so don't settle, babe, for the job that you're doing now. And stop obediently submitting to the system, okay? It's really unbecoming. It's beneath you. And it's harmful. It's blocking your blessings. And I don't want that for you, babe. So just remember your royalty. It doesn't matter if people think you're crazy. Like a lot of people are just going to have to see. Just going to have to be proven wrong. It's okay. Yeah. You're... Hello, hello, hello. Hi. Oh, Indonesia. That's cool. Dancing Around 18. Hello. They asked me to say their name because they're a fan of me. Hey, Dancing Around 18. Hey, Kurt Comro, Z8W. But yeah. Anyway, that was just one of the things I wanted to say. I feel like I could do an even better job of just letting what wants to come through and not worrying about how like understandable it is. But also I know that I'm always successful and I can't get anything wrong. So really proud of myself. Okay, bring your forehead up against the screen. I'm gonna get out of here. I love you so much. And this is all made up, okay? And you're royalty, all right? So why are you settling? Why are you settling for anything? Why are you letting them treat you like that? Why are you letting them speak to you like that? You are royalty, okay? I had to recognize that in myself. I'm like, wait, I'm like literally named after a famous queen, a legendary, wealthy, wise queen. What the hell am I doing working as a public servant? I am going to be serving the public, but not as a servant, as a queen, as a leader, as the source, as royalty. So if that's you and you made it to the end, give me a crown emoji, right? And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share, and, you know, hit that notification bell so you can always know when I'm about to come on. Yeah. So I'll see you guys later, all right? Salam.